Good morning, everybody. I'm doing some dishes, my morning routine, but this topic has bothered me. I don't know if you guys can relate, but this topic has been sort of something on my mind for months, probably a year or longer. And it's kind of a touchy subject, but I'm just going to roll with it. And I'm going to try to stay out of politics, but even though this is a topic that kind of relates to what's going on in the political arena lately, there's a lot, both sides are throwing darts at each other and whatever. But I wanted to, as a sensitive person, I wanted to sort of address what happens to me and other people when you call them sensitive. So if you are saying, if you're like, oh, you shouldn't be so sensitive about that, or kind of not understanding where somebody's coming from because it seems like something that wouldn't faze you or whatever, and they're just being too sensitive. This is really harmful talk. So what this does psychologically to somebody is tells them that their emotions aren't important. So if you're telling somebody that what they're feeling isn't important, that's what you're doing. You're saying, you're too sensitive, so I'm going to disregard your feelings right now because I don't want to listen to it. And this drives me batty. So right now I hear it a lot on Facebook, where people are really sort of thinking that they have a right to tell other people how they should feel about something. And their emotions, they're not something we have control over. So if somebody says something to you and it triggers something from maybe 5 years ago, somebody told you were too sensitive about a certain topic or whatever, or let's use something else. Somebody maybe you had conflict with somebody and it's sort of sore now, like a deep sore. Hi, Selena, love you. But so if people are going to be offended and sensitive about different topics, depending on who they are, what their perceptions are, what they've been through in their life, and it's going to feel different for everybody. But what you don't want to do is make it so that people don't want to talk about it. Because when people stop sharing their feelings with people, that's when you get really deep depression and suicide and all of these things that we're seeing across the board in our society right now with teenagers and their mindset. They're hearing us tell each other, you're too sensitive, you don't have a voice in this. So they're keeping their voices to themselves and not talking about these real feelings that they have, that they deserve to have, that they have a right to feel and express to the people close to them. So be really careful with your verbiage. When you're telling somebody they're too sensitive, or you're posting on social media all the time about how, people shouldn't be so sensitive about it, or people need to speak their voice in a different way because it's not comfortable for you, or guess what? That's not what we're here to do on this planet. We're not here to please you. We're not here to please anybody about our own feelings and our own experiences and our own perceptions about things. We're here to live our own truth. And if you don't like it, then that's your problem. That has nothing to do with us. So on the other side of the coin, as a sensitive person, we have to be strong enough that we recognize that we recognize that our feelings matter, whether this person is comfortable with it or not. Or if a lot of people aren't comfortable with confrontation, period. So if you come at them with any type of emotion talk, they're going to shut down, or they're going to blame you, or they're going to try and turn it away from the actual situation or whatever. And that has nothing to do with you either. So something that has really empowered me is to be aware of my own voice and be aware that I'm a good person. I'm doing my best in this fucking world. This is a crazy world that we're living in, and all of us are only doing our best, and that's all we can do. So if you're doing that and you're a good person and you're doing your best, be sensitive about things. I think that we probably need more sensitivity and more understanding in our life, in our society, in our culture than we have. Because really, what's happening is a lot of times people they're putting out their opinion, or they're feeling upset about something or whatever, and they're putting it out there. And then the people that are around them are shutting that down, or not understanding it, or they don't want to talk about it, They don't think that it should be an issue when it is, or whatever else. And everybody is just going deeper internally. So everybody, you know, and this is common with men. You know, men are taught from a really young age to keep it all inside and don't share your emotions and don't share your feelings because it makes you look weak. And this dialogue is playing in to life every day now. So no matter who you are now, I think, you know, we all think, we question ourselves before we approach a topic with somebody because we don't know how they're going to judge us over it. And that's just bullshit. Like, really, why are we doing that? Like, we should all be communicating more than we are because we're not understood, people. Like, guess what? There's a lot of the stuff going on in the political arena and with mental health issues and all this stuff. It comes down to people don't feel understood. They don't feel heard. They don't feel like anybody gives a damn about what they're going through in their life. And that's not true because there are people like me and people like other people who I know, you know, we might disagree, but we still understand they're coming from their own place, their own perceptions, and their own truth. And so that's okay, you know, and they might not be in the same place that we're at. Well, we're not identical to anybody else, right? Genetically or otherwise. So anyway, so just keep doing your thing and know that it's okay to be sensitive. What would this life be like if we didn't have sensitive people who are uber caring? You know, if we didn't have people that see a catastrophe and cry and then start a fundraiser and like are super passionate about it and motivated to do it, where would we be? We need those people. We need people who are you know, fighting the good fight and sharing the love and spreading the love. So, all right, I'm gonna hop off my soapbox. This is something that just don't ever tell me I'm too sensitive. don't tell anybody that, but you know, I'm just setting it straight here that this is something that's for a lot of people, it's just washed out. This is a washed out argument. People are going to have feelings. That's just how it is. Whether we like it or not, they're going to have their own feelings about things and they're going to express them because they want to feel heard just like everybody else. And that's something that I think everybody can understand. So, all right, I love you guys so much. I will pop back in here probably later today. I'm actually planning on doing a gut health and skin irritations is one of the videos I'm working on, and then I'm also working on gut health. Oh, I did a gut health and depression, but I want to do a video on that one as well. But I did a post about that, so I'm all about gut health this month. But all right, guys, love you so much. I will talk to you later. Have a good day.